So we finished up the 4-measure melody in the last unit. We got it all set the way we wanted. We came up underneath here. We just did the tempo. We got it all set the way we wanted. You finished everything in the last module and you're ready to move on. By the way, one more step as part of that. You want to make sure that you found this loop and loop that you liked. Maybe you could have a couple in here, that's fine. But you favorited a couple loops, one in particular that you're going to use. We're not going to get to it in this step, but we'll get to it in this module as part of this, and we're ready to go. So let's dive right in on the first part of this, which is going to be expanding your 4-measure melody to 8-measure melody. I'm going to do this video and then follow it up with some advanced tricks or tips after that. All right, so let's dive right in and get started here. Before we even go with that, you want to make sure that you've either printed off or you have on a device next to you the Expand 4 to 8 measures sheet. That sheet is really helpful during these two steps of the project. You have the piano keyboard, it helps show you where the notes are, and it also lays out the steps that I'm going through right now. Once you have that printed out, you're ready to go, so let's jump right in on it. This first part, folks, the first 4 steps of this are pretty simple. It's just copy paste. I'm going to take these 4 measures right here, copy them, and paste them into the open area here to create an 8-measure melody. So I'm going to go ahead and double tap on that. Double tap on the melody itself and choose copy. Once I've got it copied, I'm going to grab my scrubber, which is this thing, or the slider, move it across to the beginning of the 5th measure. Then I'm going to double tap out here and choose paste. Basically, I just took these 4 and put them right into here. Once I've done that, I'm going to come out into the open area here and tap. Choose select all so that it highlights both of them. Double tap on either of them and choose join. Voila. It's all set, and I'll just tap on the open area here, and I've got my 4-measure melody all set as an 8-measure melody now. Now, I'm going to start listening to it, and I'm going to pay attention at the end of the 4th measure right here. That's pretty good, but when the 4th measure ends, it kind of sounds like the melody ends right here in the measure, because that's the end of our answer right in there, you know, the answer or the response, right? We've got that C. So what I want to do, and this is step number 5 on that sheet in front of you, I want to get rid of that C so it doesn't sound like it ends. I'm going to conclude this video with level 1 of that, and I'll show you how this works. The first thing I want to do is open this up so I can edit it. So I'm going to double tap on there, and I get all these options, and right in this area is an edit one. You'll recognize this right away. This is where we were when we were editing our 2 measures into 4 measures. Now, I look up here and I see here's the 4th measure into the 5th measure. And this is just the start, just like back at measure 1. These are the notes right in here I want to change. I've got E, D, C. So this C in particular, for level 1 of this, which this can be just the easiest way to do this, we'll just look here at level 1. Since we ended on C, to make this sound like it doesn't end, I'm simply going to take this and move it to another note. Now again, you know, Mr. Search, Mr. Cellini, Mrs. Byrne, I don't know that, well, if you look at the sheet, I've got them labeled, we're going right up the keyboard so it can help you out and you can move it. So to do that, I'm going to grab it, and the first one I'm going to do is move it up to an E. In other words, right now it's highlighted C, I'm going to move it up to this E right here. So I'm going to tap and hold on it, and literally just move it up like that until I see it's on the E over on here. So let's give that a listen. I'm going to tap up in the bar area right here, the player area, which will bring the scrubber back and play it. Yeah, maybe I should have rewound a little bit further to get it, but you know, I listened to it a couple times and maybe I experiment and go, gee, let me try that down here on the D. Let's see what that sounds like. Again, I'll drag the scrubber back. Yeah, I could do that. Again, you know, experiment on a little bit. Get this up to G and let's see what that sounds like. And finally, after experimenting around, I decide that's the one that I want to do. I'm going to come on up under here and choose Done. Now we can see we've got that. And let's go ahead back and we're going to listen to it from the beginning. And again, I'm listening for the new area right here. Beautiful. I love it, and it's all set and ready to go. That's just level 1. I'm going to stop this video there so you can just mess around with that or talk about it a little bit. And then right after this is going to be just another short video where I'm going to go into level 2 and 3 for those people that would like to take it up a little bit higher in the next steps or make it maybe a little bit more interesting.